Imagine this: another Sunday night, another promise to crush it tomorrow, another surge of motivation that'll vanish by dawn. Brutal truth? You're trapped. That fire in your gut keeps dying. Those ambitious plans keep failing. And deep down, you're terrified this cycle will never end. But what if I told you elite performers have cracked the code? What if the real reason you're stuck isn't lack of motivation, but that you've been sabotaging your own potential without even knowing it? In the next 9 minutes, I'm going to shatter everything you think you know about success. No recycled wisdom, no feel-good fluff, just raw, proven formulas that transform average men into unstoppable forces. This isn't about motivation. This is about engineering your biology for inevitable success. And fair warning, once you see this formula, you can't unsee it. Look around. What do you see? Men grinding away at jobs they hate. Men drowning in self-help books. Men desperately chasing that next motivational high. You know that pit in your stomach? That gnawing fear that you're wasting your prime years? That's your instinct screaming that something's broken. Society sold you a lie. They said motivation leads to action. But think about it. How many motivated moments have you had? And how many actually led to lasting change? You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're caught in a biological trap that's destroying your potential one Monday at a time. And the worst part? Traditional self-improvement is making it worse. The real problem isn't your discipline. It's not your drive. It's that you've been running a success formula in reverse. Let me introduce you to something I call the motivation action matrix. This isn't theory. It's a battle-tested formula that's transformed thousands of men from motivation seekers into unstoppable achievers. Here's the revolutionary truth. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. But not just any action. We're talking about strategically engineered micro-wins that hijack your brain's reward system. Think about your most productive days. They didn't start with motivation. They started with one small victory that snowballed. That's not coincidence, that's biology. Every micro-win floods your brain with dopamine, creating what I call momentum loops. Let me break this down into 3 critical steps. First, kill your morning motivation hunt. Stop scrolling through quotes. Stop watching pump-up videos. Instead, execute your smallest possible win within 5 minutes of waking up. Make your bed? No, too basic. I'm talking about 10 push-ups, followed by 30 seconds of cold water, followed by writing down 3 non-negotiable tasks. This triggers your first momentum loop. Second, stack your wins methodically. Most men try to tackle their biggest challenge first. Wrong move. You need to build biological momentum. Start with a task you can complete in under 15 minutes. Then slightly increase the difficulty. Each completion reinforces your momentum loop, making the next task easier. Third, implement the 5-minute reset protocol. Every 2 hours, stop whatever you're doing. Execute 5 minutes of intense physical activity, mountain climbers, burpees, sprints. This isn't about fitness. It's about manually resetting your brain's motivation centers. This matrix isn't about feeling motivated. It's about engineering your biology to make motivation inevitable. Every action becomes fuel for the next action. Every win compounds into unstoppable momentum. Your environment isn't neutral. It's either sabotaging your success or forcing it. And right now, I guarantee it's doing the first. Let's weaponize your environment using what I call inevitability zones. This isn't about motivation posters or clean desks. This is about engineering spaces that make discipline automatic and success unavoidable. First law of environmental design: friction kills momentum. Look at your phone. How many apps trigger instant dopamine? Delete them. All of them. Now, I'm serious. These micro-distractions aren't just wasting time. They're rewiring your brain to crave easy rewards instead of earned victories. Create what I call success tunnels. Example: tonight, lay out tomorrow's workout clothes. But here's the key: put them in front of your bedroom door. When you wake up, you'll literally trip over them. Now place your phone in another room. Suddenly, the path of least resistance becomes the path to success. Let's go deeper. Most men try to rely on willpower. Big mistake. Instead, use decision elimination. Every Sunday night, pre-decide every meal, workout, and work block for the week. Write it down. When Monday hits, you're not deciding, you're executing. The advanced technique? Environment stacking. Your desk becomes a pure work zone. No food, no phone, no exceptions. Your kitchen becomes a pure fuel zone. No screens, no work materials. Stack these environments, and your brain automatically shifts into the right gear for each location. Here's the brutal reality. Your current environment was designed for average men seeking comfort. But you're not average. You're not seeking comfort. You're seeking greatness. And greatness requires spaces that force excellence. Remember, motivation isn't about feeling good. It's about making the right actions inevitable. Your environment either serves this mission or it sabotages it. There is no middle ground. Here's where everything changes. Most men seek motivation from others. Winners? They become their own source of power. Let me show you how. Welcome to the Personal Leadership Cascade. This is where discipline becomes your default state, not your struggle. Where motivation transforms from a fleeting feeling into a constant force. Step 1. Install the morning authority protocol. Before anyone wakes up, you're making power moves. But forget meditation. Forget journaling. I'm talking about immediate physical dominance. 20 burpees, cold shower, 5 minutes of visualization, not of success, but of obstacles you'll crush. You're not starting your day. You're seizing command of it. Step 2. Execute the mentor-mirror method. Every decision, ask yourself, what would the highest version of me do? Not tomorrow's version, not next year's version, the ultimate version. Then do exactly that. No hesitation, no negotiation. This isn't about motivation. It's about becoming the man who doesn't need motivation. Step 3. Implement daily dominance reviews. Most men end their day with Netflix. You'll end yours with warfare planning. Review every victory. Analyze every failure. Plan tomorrow's conquest. This isn't reflection. It's strategic preparation for inevitable success. The secret weapon? The leadership loop. Every time you follow through on a decision, you're not just completing a task. You're proving to yourself that you're a man of action. Each execution builds unshakable self-trust. This creates a cascade effect. Suddenly, motivation isn't something you chase. It's something you emanate. True leaders don't wait for motivation. They create it through relentless execution. They don't hope for good days. They command them. This isn't about self-improvement anymore. This is about self-mastery. Picture this. You wake up at 5 a.m., not to an alarm, to your own unstoppable drive. That paralyzing self-doubt, replaced by ironclad certainty. That endless search for motivation, gone. You've become the source. Your colleagues notice it first. The way you attack challenges, the way you lead projects, the way you command respect without demanding it. Your relationships transform. Women sense your unshakable presence. Your bank account grows. Success becomes the natural outcome of your enhanced state. But the real victory? That voice in your head no longer asks, "Can I do this?" It states, "Watch me dominate this." You're not just disciplined. You're unstoppable. Picture this. You wake up at 5 a.m., not to an alarm, to your own unstoppable drive. That paralyzing self-doubt that used to haunt your mornings, replaced by ironclad certainty. That endless search for motivation, gone. You've become the force others seek to emulate. Watch how every sphere of your life transforms. At work, you're not just meeting deadlines. You're revolutionizing how your team operates. Projects that used to overwhelm you now feel like stepping stones. Your colleagues whisper about your transformation. They see a man who commands respect through results, not words. Your relationships evolve to a higher level. Women sense your unshakable presence, that rare combination of ambition and absolute clarity of purpose. Friends start asking what changed. Family members notice you've stopped talking about goals and started achieving them with mechanical precision. Your bank account reflects this evolution. Opportunities don't just appear, they chase you. Why? Because the market rewards men who execute with consistency over those who operate on motivation alone. But the most profound shift happens within. That voice in your head, the one that used to question every move, it's now your strongest ally. You no longer waste energy fighting yourself. Every decision comes from a place of absolute certainty. Every action aligns with your vision. You're not just disciplined anymore, you're unstoppable. This isn't self-improvement. This is self-actualization. Stop scrolling. Stop thinking. Stop waiting. Here's your challenge: 12 days. That's all it takes to implement this formula and transform your reality. Not next month. Not when you're ready. Starting tomorrow at dawn. Day 1 to 4. Master the Motivation Action Matrix Day 5 to 8. Engineer your inevitability zones Day 9 to 12. Execute the Leadership Cascade. Drop a comment below with "I'm going to war." Let the other warriors know you're joining the fight. Subscribe to arm yourself with more formulas for dominance. Remember, average men wait for motivation. Elite men execute the formula. The choice is yours. Remain trapped in the motivation cycle, or become the force that inspires others. Now stop watching. Start dominating.